Yeah, that's it. Sir, I don't pay so what so now over the weekend NDC echo a year winneba in the central region. More lunch more manifesto. The highlights no abba. But I don't pay a home aquaco here say ye bedi and como. But me man na manifesto no ne tofa bomono mintio. The key highlight and in como mudi a year the Sunday I train with.
Yo. Yeah, that was it.
Kessben 92.9.
Manifesto. TB. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Koyene, Winneba. Media, Ubisamia, my friend, State of the Nation address. Because it appeals and touches on every single problem that can practically be resolved. It deals as the evidence of a consultative idea, big idea, emanating from the people themselves can afford. Clearly shows that any Ghana fooding Sawaswo Ansana, you show your manifesto. You Ghana food here, and His Excellency at the Barbon. So we went to Ghanaians to listen to their problems, and then we find solutions. So it is not just a manifesto. It represents problems that Ghana for who do a teacher for, a nurse for, a doctor for, a driver for, truck for, a son for, a queer for, importers, business for, woman a Christo for, a woman sharing. Ubekaya, it was called a building the Ghana tour. Ubekaya. The manifesto in Winneba of the NDC is a source of hope for the ordinary people because it embodies big agenda of job creation. Meaning, any government that doesn't prioritize job creation is not a government that can impact this nation well. President Mahama's manifesto talks about practical ways, you bet me creating jobs. Ama obi biya nyambia ye. So we are PPP new, we are MPP new, we are Usa new, we are Una new, we are Santi new, we are Achim new. We all deserve job security in this country. And government's responsibility is to put measures in place for every Ghanaian to get a job. Now, ya no more NAPCO de ya womo anom de be. Omo de NAPCO for 7 months. Omo ntua na no mbisa Dr. Baumia wo supplementary manifesto da wo ko launch ye no. Eduka we nya answer ma wo mo. Wantini anya answer ma wo mo. Minia, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama also assures Ghanaians that every single resource belongs to this country. And crophobia fa kwan biswa fa na ye ne ye break ya hoka no NDC ba mu a minia Mr. Speaker ye ne wa o ye begije ya ba operation recover all routes and sasia ya fa contractor ministers na wo mu girlfriends na wo mu namfofo na wo mu ama wo mu creative companies na wo mu de contract our government no nyina yenim na ketua bi na omo enjoy na ye de ye bre President Mahama enso ka se Ghana ne sabio enka Ghana ye omanya enhira na nyame ehira ye ne asase ene womu adwumaden nanso e kom na de yen nti obai. He is not coming to manage the government. The best already let us say, you're banning Syria. Meanwhile, in the last 4 years, 7 years, we are planting for food and jobs. planting for food and jobs, planting for food and jobs, planting for food and jobs. Meanwhile, and now you can say, come the Ghana has saying, we are going into serious farming. Farming, His Excellency so by. Krobia, and that's a constituency, be a agric-based constituency. Yeah, the agric service centers, Kohono. Said the Beya. Maga, the speakers, I would now back us over Kodokia. Tractor Jinaho, flower shasso, harrow shasso. Now walk of fat, walk on door. Because 100% show Mukina, Emma would timid door. That Adriane, a woman, ma, I am for my baby, only be for baby, and young Cabana Biedi, a teacher for Babana Biato, one more woman near Juma, has one would almost bet me a trade needy. Oh, ye, said Bruno, who named said the idea a Bruno. See, Ghana agric extension officers. We don't use them.
I see.
His Excellency says, Sir, agric extension officers. We will engage them at the agric service center. Said technical advice on what to do to boost production.
I see.
Yes, see how no more. And now you can say, Mr. Speaker, President Kakufo Frichebi, or Achimni, under him, he is familiar with cocoa farming, and cocoa egu. And I'm here research beer. Yes, cocoa we are forming as a woman no cocoa. It's dangerous for this country because cocoa human that is a gold that is so or mine. I say, President Mama said, all your presidents you will free fertilizer, free seedlings, free spray. Omoba ye wo twamu ye ba ye besa dia ba.
Okay.
Mustapha for Chinese ndro command kuafo no wo mkuku asai. Ye be ma wo mu enru na ye ma wo mu akoko no timi eye aba eso abapa ebo yina no. We bring them back. Ye nkofa koko enkosi awawa. Abra ye di koko ka ye ntimi ntua. Nti ye be hye koko akuadwuma mu kina. Those are the highlights, the critical highlights of His Excellency John Dramani Mahamat's manifesto. Because I realize, that's what Ghana they can turn things around. It tells me that there's a human being who loves this country. There's a human being. He believes that when the poor are crying, everybody else should be disturbed. And that is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Very well. Mustapha, the most important thing, and it's now Manifesto, over 77 page abridged version, and a wab one thing say, now the me interested pano, the promise, must say a social contract between the NDC and the good people of Ghana. Now the promises you have made, some will be to me, within 120 days. Very, very important because any no as I said, yetimi ehu hawa mobe ye sani mawe. Now the former president is promising to nominate the government or setting up the cabinet and nominating the ministers in Ghana within 14 days upon assuming office. 2 weeks. Now wetimi aye eno. Now constitute the leanest and the most efficient government by making sure within the first 90 days, all these people are in place for DCEs, MMDCEs, chief executives, anyone more akanina. Now, within the same 120 days, mobile a national economic dialogue. I mean, to discuss the economy and then also to take away some of the promises making, especially when it comes to taxes. And say, oh, be to say e-levy. Any the kika you are promising say mubeyi the free now Okuba 0.7 or say commence drafting and the needed legal amendment and prepare for the implementation of the 24-hour economy policy under the office of the president. And I mean these things you're near most often than not more baby no mo can edit within first 90 days ye be say yet ebedu hono na implementation no ababe problem. Obi time for timelines ana.
Mr. Speaker, I mean, today at the Bikaka. His Excellency President Mahama didn't make a promise at all. What he did is to commit in good faith. Say, Ghana fui. Me ba mo hobe ka kire mo say yen nyina yen ka de hayen. Na yen hwe ekwan a ye besia no. Nyina mo kasa he. Na me kotra dan mu ene me mpanyifo no. Ye toto wadwen eya no babai. But these are the solutions that me feel say mo to Obama me be the president a. Metimi aye na boy nyina. Okawie ye. And I say, the Mutua Banumamia, first 120 days, no. Saying, and they are not promises. They reflect commitment. They are a commitment of government framework, a short-term policies, short-term, medium-term, and long-term. This is what we call framework of government policies. When we say abnoma ebetu enkusianoma ebebobra pano. O hwe ni buo na odia bunu odia hwe odia hu se sa anoma no na anoma also obetu nkusia no wanwi ebu a otu nkusia ntimi firi buo no mutofom no. Mr. Speaker sa anoma no yedi ni yimuso e mani yeye. We no mu akwakoye manifesto so mo ko takwade kwaye wa mo de.
Yes.
His Excellency can 120 days a short-term policy and so supplementary manifesto. When we are supplement a manifesto, a supplementary
Supplementary manifesto near here.
A media encounter here. Say supplementary manifesto.
Oh, but said no subjecting himself to the media. I mean, how do you classify and no say a supplementary manifesto?
Mr. Speaker, is a supplementary manifesto because Nyokokan Takrabino at consume. Ghanaians didn't buy it. They rejected it completely. If you look at the post Takrade MPP manifesto, and if you look at post NDC manifesto in Winneba, so the euphoria, the settlement, the way Ghanaians are settled in hope, settled with the belief that there is hope coming in December. They are clear difference. So you have no business with manifesto. You have no business with promises. You have a responsibility, single responsibility to implement policies that will better the life of Ghanaians now. Mr. Speaker, if we keep Takradi awom koba yeno, and that's what Gary at the same price. So we are still importing and paying the same duty. The dollar is going up today. It retail market 16 Ghana cedis. Now we are buying. Now we and implementing policies are Ghana for better warm. We say and what this also at the supplementary manifesto they say. Or solve Ghana problems as vice president or your president are there not that's solve. It takes a wicked person to think like this. Mr. Speaker, when children are dying and the health insurance could have here and go for hospital, woman to me and then Mr. Speaker, yet baby, ye kasa, ye ano babai, busum sua, ye benye bibi dia se butu mama ye ni medi, obinsu nye juma. Vice President say, kosua ne bre, kosua ne wu ye nyim ye man kosua num edubode, ye man kosua nyane arm robbery until say ono beba be ye president. Mr. Speaker, the Vice President is telling you, sir, all the problems that we are going through today, let us postpone our future. Pensioners, sika yajia. Womu hesa dachi womenye wobusika. Bondholders, sika abina fa fraudulent here. Womu hesa womberi TV wobusika. The Vice President says, I can resolve these problems, but I don't want to do it. The person me trying, man be president adamanyaye. It takes a pampered, spoiled Vice President to think like this. But His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is telling you that, Mr. Speaker, If you vote for me, first 120 days, I commit, say, you be your way, you be your way, you be your way. They are not promises. And you are one of the trouble,
and way any yet the commitment I show to the Ghanaian people. And no
that is the commitment, the seriousness of what we are going to be. The crowd and you come in say Operation Recover All Loots. Hey, Mr. Speaker, you can't go wrong with that, oh. Because I buy a baba.
I don't know now, baby anymore.
Hey, Mr. Speaker, baby, you have to
I see.
Mr. Speaker, say young shut. I need Ghana and two. Let me speak as a China Mustapha Gbande minister. Me could di bonia, ma mean so say, Mr. Speaker, mbe kasa tiame. Ghana for be sorry tiame. Timame nyaminya sabi. Ya nya saadi enwa. A China president be ba or the Ghana. You bet trouble for sale.
Very well.
I won't so she. And so when His Excellency spoke about that, hey, Rade, afina me me. I got hope. Say at least, you better discipline Ghana to the extent that, say, you appoint to DC now to officer. You don't think that you are too powerful than the people.
Very well.
And then President Akufo-Addo a pump for Asabonsamfo. Why is so arrogant, so hardened in the heart, say, you so they are not afraid, say, where we are sitting, no, a bano woman 2 year, Ghana for the court. Something a year line dogo line almost to about will be and Piawamuka and ye be my BD ministers and to my info will book a Kama Ghana for. So when there is accountability, when public officers are held responsible for their conduct, Mr. Speaker, and for me, that is hope for me.
Very well. Mustapha, I'm grateful for your time. Why?
Mr. Speaker,
So, and Mustapha Gbande, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, speaking to us. Manifestos no ehun komo ana ye they were trying on the other lines.